Getting ready then for Mini Max. Here's their first grid of the day. Harrison Morrow has pole position for the first heat. Alongside him on the front row is Michael Dalton. Ronnie Coburn and Mac McFarquhar are on row number 2. Edward Rose and Oliver Sander are on row number 3. Daniel Amor and Woody Radford start on row 4. Harry Higgs and Sasha Bagley start the day from row 5. Charlie DeMoncos and Seth Hathaway are on row number 6. Corey Fowler and Kieran Denyer start on row 7. Devon Nolan and Amelie Ackerts are on row number 8. Oliver Smith and George Ivanov are on row number 9. Josh Cooke and Lena Summers-Kelly are on the 10th row of the grid. Louis Rees and Edward Gibbons wrap out the 22 kart field. Quite a few novices in this one as well. Good to see. So novices from 16th down. Hope you're enjoying your live coverage here of the Fast R 2021 WMKC Championship Round 2 with Andrew Mather and James Johnston on commentary duties for you here today. Keep your comments coming in. Hello to Stephen Rees, who's cheering on Louis in the number 47. And I'll just remind myself where Louis is starting. Yep, 20th on the grid for this one of our novices. He will roll out onto circuit, 8 minutes plus 1 lap ahead of these drivers.
Just before we get into this race, I do just want to say that defensive driving right at the end there from Morgan Hill was absolutely sublime. He got it absolutely inch perfect and was able to get it in such a good way that he was able to then send the third place driver into the path of your fourth place man, and then that gave him ultimately second place. So a fantastic bit of defensive driving there. You love to see it. Yeah,
I'd say it was here last weekend with not Super 1, with Club 100. We're here with Super 1 later in the season. And yeah, we had a great example of defensive driving in that as well from Jack O'Neill to win a lightweight save final, which if you haven't watched, go and watch that back on the stream from last week when we're done here. Plenty of racing to watch on your Alpha Live YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. It really would help us out. We are ready to go then here in Mini Max. 8 minutes plus 1 lap on the clock. Away we go for the start of this one. Good start for the number 75 of Harrison Morrow. Are they all going to get through turn 1 cleanly this time? Yes, good start for the Mini Max class as they run up to Christmas Corner. Change for the lead. Ronnie Coburn in the number 77 has got past Harrison Morrow there. Novices sorting themselves at the rear of the field. George Ivanov having a decent run there. I think he's already gained a position. The number 87 of Mac McFarquhar has had a very good start. He's up to third place from the third row of the grid as they go into Osiers now. Oh, I thought McFarquhar was going to have a go for second place there. Oh, big off there for Edward Rose. Has got it back on circuit. That was a good save from the driver of the number 50. This time McFarquhar is down the inside of Morrow, has got second place. Michael Dalton there in the Lewis Hamilton style helmet being challenged for fourth place. So at the end of lap 1, it's Coburn from McFarquhar. Morrow, Daniel Amor's had a good start, is up to fourth place. Michael Dalton, Oliver Sander, Seth Hathaway, Harry Higgs, Edward Rose and Woody Radford. That is your top 10. Great start for Corey Fowler, up to 11th place. There's a battle here for third place. Daniel Amor going past Harrison Morrow. Really good stuff from the Mini Maxes. Great to see 22 of them here today, putting on quite a show in the early stages of this one.
Absolutely, yes, has to be said. Great opening 2 laps for Daniel Amor. He now finds himself up into third place. Mac McFarquhar as well, also getting a very good first couple of laps. We just saw a little look down the inside there for the number 39 of Oliver Sander, and I think he is now going to get that. Oh, and he's off onto the grass, and there he's hit the tyre barriers as well. That is the number 44. You might think it's Lewis Hamilton. It's not. It is Michael Dalton, and he has unfortunately lost out there massively, dropping down at least a good 12 positions down to 17th. But we've also got another one off there. That's the 89 of Lina Summers-Kelly. So a couple of offs there as we come toward the end of the lap. Big unfortunate mistake there for Michael Dalton, but as I have been saying today, it is sometimes the way it goes. You just have to move on from that. Meanwhile, we're now looking at the battle for fourth place, and it looks like Harrison Morrow falling down a bit further to the drivers behind him. Is that Harry Higgs?
Yep.
Coming through already. So
Seth Hathaway through as well.
So yes, Harrison Morrow falling down the order, it has to be said, as we now see them trying to trying to catch up to the leaders as Ronnie Corbin just sets he had set the fastest lap. It's actually now down to Daniel Amor, who's gone a good 4/10 faster on that lap. So it's just a second covering these guys, but now got the 41 of is that the 41? Yes, it is. Yep. It's now Daniel Amor versus Mac McFarquhar. So this is the battle for second place. They've got to make sure they keep this nice and tidy if they want to have any chance of catching up to Ronnie Corbin. Just the one Ronnie today, but yes, it looks like Daniel Amor on an absolute charge. He was a good almost 7/10 of a second faster on that lap, and he's now going to have a look down the inside into the boot on Mac McFarquhar even, and he's got that move done. Lovely stuff, although Mac is going to have a look, but it looks like he hasn't got a hope in hell on coming into the pit bend. So it is now Ronnie Corbin leading from Daniel Amor and Mac McFarquhar.
Yeah, Daniel Amor, who had very solid results last time out in round one. Heat results of 5th, 4th and 2nd, was 5th in the final. William Ray, who won that final, not here today. It's a good opportunity for drivers to get their first wins and PB results of the season. Ronnie Coburn as well has moved up to minis. It's a very strong cadet driver in previous years. So Coburn from Amor, McFarquhar, Sander Hathaway, the top 5. Corey Fowler still having a fantastic race. The novice in the number 29 is up to 9th place now. Has got ahead of Oliver Smith and Sasha Bagley. Second place battle rounding the last corner. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this heat. Side by side between Morrow and Radford there. Woody Radford goes through, gets 7th place. 3 minutes 40 to go. Lena Somers-Kelly has also got past Edward Gibbons for 20th position out there. Michael Dalton recovering as well in the number 44 after the spin. Good to see him keeping going. It was a bit of a hard hit into the tyres as well, so good to see that the kart's okay and he's okay. Down the inside goes the number 29, Corey Fowler. This is the novice driver. You can see that's denoted by the black number boards on his kart. A very good start to the day here from Corey. We'll have the opportunity to race through these heats and gain a grid position in the final later on today, further up the order if he keeps this form going. Michael Dalton has got past Charlie de Moncos for 16th place overall. The fastest lap of the race has just gone in from Harry Higgs, 48.33. The lead gap, JJ, still at the front. Ronnie Coburn, 1.34 seconds ahead of Daniel Amor now.
Yeah, he gained a couple of attempts on that lap, but it's not coming down at the rate we saw earlier on in this race, with just under 3 minutes of this race to get to go. It has to be said, Corey Fowler as the novice, up there in 8th, fighting with all these experienced guys. It is something you love to see, the new guy coming in and being able to take it to these guys who have got a little bit more experience than him in this class. But so far so good, and he is now catching up to the back of Woody Radford for 7th place. We will keep an eye on these battles as they happen, but at the moment we've got the gap at the front has come down by another sort of 2/10 of a second. If you carry on like this, we're probably not going to see a battle for the lead, but it will be close, I'm sure, by the end. Meanwhile, we have got a change of position for 11th place as Devon Nolan has overtaken Sasha Bagley on that lap.
Yeah, Michael Dalton continuing his recovery drive. Has cleared through the novice pack, well, apart from Corey Fowler. Weather updates, it's still going to be dry, no rain forecast for the next hour according to our sources here in the commentary box. There's the number 28, Oliver Smith, in 9th position, and number 45 of Harry Higgs running in 6th place there. Battle going on between the 50 and the 61. Good move there by Edward Rose down the inside of Sasha Bagley. That is 12th position, apologies, for Edward Rose on that one. Confirmed as they come over the line. Corey Fowler, the novice, has now set the fastest lap of the race. I don't think he's going to be staying on novice plates for very long with that kind of speed. Down the inside of Kieran Denyer. That was a move by Michael Dalton. So Michael now up to 14th position. Less than a minute to go in this race. Ronnie Coburn still leads by 0.95 of a second. He's managing this race very, very nicely ahead of Daniel Amor. And Daniel Amor, whose results last time out were, as I say, 5th, 4th, 2nd and 5th, so he'd be equaling his best results of the season so far. It's going to be 2 more laps. Oh, that's a big lap from Daniel Amor. He's just put in a 47.95. The gap at the front is down to 0.45 of a second. At that pace, JJ, he's going to catch Ronnie Coburn going on to the last lap.
Amor just throwing on the afterburners there for that lap, a good half second there in first driver into the 47s. So we are sure that this, as I predicted, this is going to get closer. We now can find the battle for the lead. It is Daniel Amor versus Ronnie Coburn for the lead of this race. They come into the boot. You can see it is still it's a few tenths of a gap, but did Ronnie just get a little bit unsettled there through the boot? Maybe he did, as we're now going to cross the line, see what that gap is. It's down to 0.2 of a second. That is the sort of gap we were seeing being pulled by Daniel through most of the race, but it's just on that penultimate lap, it was about half a second, and now to the inside goes Ronnie Coburn. Defensive driving, he's got to try and do what Morgan Hill did in the previous one, defend perfectly, and he's going to now coming down into Ashby. He's taking the defensive line. Daniel Amor trying to get the switch back, but for the moment it is working out well for that Ronnie Coburn. But as I say that, Daniel Amor down the inside into Wilkins, and he has got that move done. Absolutely fantastic. Hounded down Ronnie Coburn, it has to be said. The race is not over, it should be said as well. It could be it's a good little launch in there from Ronnie Coburn. Was there a yellow flag? Oh, he's just clipped the curb as well, and that unsettled the car. So a fantastic drive from Daniel Amor to come across the line and take the race victory. Ronnie Coburn couldn't quite hang on. He tried defensive driving into Ashby, but it just did not quite work out. He comes home in second place. And it's Mac McFarquhar with third place, Oliver Sander coming home in fourth, Harry Higgs in fifth, then it's Seth Hathaway in sixth, Woody Radford in seventh. Fantastic drive from Corey Fowler, the novice driver, to come home in eighth. Oliver Smith was in ninth, Edward Rose in 10th, Devon Nolan 11th, and I think we might have seen a couple of change of position around here on the final lap. Harrison Morrow even in 12th, then Sasha Bagley in 13th. Michael Dalton, who had that spin right at the top, he ended up coming home in 14th place. We just saw, I think that was the 88 of it was the 89 of Liner Summers Kelly, he was actually yet to finish this race, still on the lead lap. But yes, then we have where was I? It was Kieran Denyer in 15th, and it's Josh Cooke, the next novice driver, in 16th, followed by George Ivanov, Charlie Demonkos, Amelie Eckerts, Liner Summers Kelly finally crosses the line now, and it's Edward Gibbons rounds off this grid.